Hey guys, Moosey here, and in this video I'm going to be building a dome. This time it's bigger. So in my old dome tutorial I had a lot of people request a much larger size, so that's what we're going to be doing today. As you can see, this is one beastly dome if you ask me. The old one was quite small, probably around 15 by 15. This one is double that size at around 31 by 31. Pretty good looking dome if you ask me. So without boring you too much, we're going to get right into how to build this thing. So to build this dome, you're going to need a shit ton of building materials. So I'm going to start out with this build. I'm going to use like clay, I think. I think clay is a good material on the eyes in my opinion. So we're going to do this red stained clay just like my last video. Now, personally, I like using an alternate material to help with the building. Now, this can be glass, it can be wool, it can be anything. It can even be the same material, but just keep in mind it helps to have something that's different than the main material. So, now that you have your materials, you want to find a nice big open space to build this thing in. So I'm just going to drift over here a little bit, and then we can start building. So, start by building the base of the circle. So this is pretty easy to follow. I'm going to do a little example and then I might speed it up. So we're first going to start by building something that's 7 blocks long. So we have 3 here, and then 1 in the middle. That's 7. Alright. Then we're going to continue and we're going to do 3 on each side. Then we're going to do 2 on each side. And keep in mind that these blocks are always being placed on the corner of the other block. We're never placing them adjacent like that. That would be bad, okay? Remember that. We got 7, 3, 2. We're going to do 4 single blocks like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then we're going to finish it off with another 2. Another 3. And another 7. So we have 7, 3, 2, then 4, then 2, 3, 7. So it just repeats like that, okay? So it's the same pattern on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we're going to do that again on the other side, and I'll just speed it up a little bit. So as you can see, I did the exact same pattern and we now have a nice big circle. So again, we have 7, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 7 for the corner. Now keep in mind that this 3 and this 2 are pointing in this direction, okay? This 3 and this 2 are pointing in this direction. So they're actually not going in the same direction. This gives us a nice curve. Alright, next, we want to build the frame. So, again, we're going to build 3 up from the bottom. And you know why? Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, and we have 1, 2, 3. We're making a little L shape here. All right, you can go ahead, do that to all 4 corners if you'd like. We then want to continue and build a little wall. It's 3 high and 7 long. So, for this first row that goes all the way around, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to build a wall, just like Donald Trump. It's all going to be 3 blocks high. Now remember, don't place blocks here adjacent to it. They're always on the corner. Alright, so now that we have the base of our dome here, we can start by finishing the frame. So what I mean by the frame is the line that goes from here up into a circle like that, and from this side over like that. So the frame of the dome. So we started from 3 here, but really, if we think about this as a sphere, this is 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 here, just like there's 7 horizontally, there's 7 vertically. So what comes after 7 in our pattern? Well, 3 again. So although we started with 3 here, we're going to give it another 3. I'm just using my glass here to help me build. Because remember, we're not placing on the adjacent, we're placing on the corner. So what comes after 3? Well, we had 2. Then we had 1. 1. 1. And 1. 4 ones, remember? Now we have 7. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. And what's after that again? We have 2. And we have 3. What comes after 3? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, there's the first part of our frame. We're going to continue down and do the exact same thing on each side. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. So as you can see there, I used the glass to help me build it, and we just did the exact same thing. So we got 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 7, alright? I'm going to do it the same on this side as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? 7 and 7, both directions. Alright, so we now have our frame completely finished. We can go ahead and continue to fill this in. So, before we get into it, I'll give you a little tip. You might even be able to do this without me. See how this is 3 blocks high? We're now going to build another base like this here, like we did for the bottom. But it's going to be moved over 1. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 blocks high. We're going to go all the way around. But remember, we're not placing on the adjacent. We're placing on the corner. So I wouldn't place that here and like that here. Okay? Placing on the corner. Going all the way around. Now this is where I like to use my second material. I can just make lines like this. Oops, sorry. Now I can just place along the edge like that. Now when I'm done building my entire base, I can come back and I can break my glass. Alright, so I've now finished the second base section. As you can see, it looks the same over there, right? Looking pretty good so far. So the next thing we want to do is do the second or the third base now. So now this base is going to be 2 blocks high because this little piece here of the frame is 2 blocks high. So we're going to go all the way around 2 blocks high like that, right? Same rule as before. We're going to go around like this. Oh. Just place in blocks. We're always on the corner, no matter what. So now, once you've completed the base, it's a good chance to go around and make sure you don't have any blocks like that, making an L shape, okay? Make sure that's all good. Yep, it is. Now we're going to keep going. So now it changes up a little bit. Now because we only have 1 block high pieces on the frame, we're only going to place 1 block, and we're going to go around in a circle. Now, when it gets like this, what I like to do is place glass on the same height as the top of our 2 high bay. Now that we have the glass bottom part, we can just easily place our building block everywhere that we see the red or the glass. Again, you can use any material instead of glass, but I like using it. Bam, just like that. We now have the 4th row. You want to do this once or 3 times more for each little thing. We can come back and break the glass after. Alright, we're going to do it once more now that we've placed those blocks. So here we go, glass all around. So, with this floor, we are going to have a little bit of an L shape here, right? It's going to be in the direct corner of each part of the circle. So just keep that in mind. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. We're just going to still place a block on there. This is one of the only spots on this dome where we're going to have an L shape like that. I'm going to go ahead and place my blocks just like that, just like a little L shape. All right. So, we have one more little floor of the 1 block high, and then we're going to be moving on to the top of the dome. Now, the top of the dome is where it gets tricky. So we're going to do glass once more for our final 1 high floor. There we go, we got our glass. We're going to go around and place our clay. There we go. So we're done our upwards rows. So as you can see, it's starting to look like a pretty nice looking dome, alright? It's a little bit square, but it's Minecraft, right? It's gonna be. Keep in mind that if you are building this dome to have a doorway, it unfortunately can't be a double door because it'll be off-centered. Because that's just how circles in Minecraft work. They have to be an odd number. But what you can do is you can have a center door like that, or you can have a 3 wide door like this. You can even put like a little bit of a roof on it, alright? So that's what we're going to do for this tutorial. A nice little doorway like that. Alright, so before we go into this, remember this is, there is a little bit of creative aspect to the top of this dome. You can sort of play around with it and find something that you like the most, but I'm going to show you what I do for the top of it. So for the top of it, what I'm going to do is the same sort of trick. So you know how we were building upward with the frame earlier, right? The frame went up, and then it went up, and then it went up. Well, now the frames are going that way, and that way. So we're going to switch the direction in which we're building. So start by going around in a circle like this with your blocks. Right? We're lining it up with this row here. Right? This is the confusing part. Just remember. Oh. You're just going along with one row. Just like that. Right. Now we still have one that's going horizontally like this. So we're going to go around and do that. This last block. So, as you can see, that is a little bit square. What we're going to do is we're just going to round this off by placing blocks in the corner and then breaking those two. And then you can place blocks there. Right? So again, go to the corner, see how it's sort of square like this. Break the two side blocks. Put in the floor. And then put in the corner. Go around and do the same to each one that you want. Just like that. Back to day. Alrighty. So it's still looking kind of square, but we'll fix that at the end. So now that we have 3 going across, we can put 3 across. So just build it out like that. Alrighty, so again, it's looking pretty square. Don't forget, you can always just round it off a little bit. So you can break the 2 corners, put in a floor. Gonna do the same thing for each corner, like we did before. Break the corners, put in a floor. That's the same, we have to like that. Break the corners, put in a floor. Each side. Alrighty. Looking pretty good so far. So, now we just want to cap it off. I'm going to try and just fill it in like this. Fill in the top. See how there's 3 on the frame here? So we're building 3 out in each direction. 3 out this way, 3 out this way, right? Fill it in like that. Right. Now, it's looking a little square on the top. So don't be afraid to, again, continue rounding it out. So this time I'm actually going to add blocks on each side of this cap or dome. And like that, right? Give the top a little bit of a rounder feel to it. But anyway, that's our dome. Not much more to it. As you can see, it wasn't too difficult. The last thing you might want to do is get into your dome. Get some torches down, like that, that, right? Put one down here in the middle. And you can also go ahead and break all of your glass that you placed down. Now you can even put this underwater if you want. You could make an arena, like a coliseum sort of thing. You could do so many things with this. So I hope you liked it, guys. Make sure to comment if you like it. Tell me what you like about this dome. I want to know. And if you really like it, and if you use this in your survival or creative world, like the video too. That shows me if people like this sort of stuff. Again, thank you so much for watching. And I think I will see you next time. Peace out.